Magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Good day to all of us. Ako po si Deborah Garcia and welcome to another series of lessons where you will learn not just the theories and form of the language but also the function and the usage. But before you watch this video, please make sure that you've already watched the previous series with 18 lessons in it. I put the link of the first lesson in the description box below because in that series, I discussed all the major theories that would help you understand the Filipino language from the very basic to the advanced level. So, if we're ready, grab your pen and paper and let us learn all about conversational Filipino. In the previous lesson, we left out some of these vocabulary words here, though I already gave you the meaning of these, but we were not able to use them in a sentence or we were not able to include them in the sample conversation that I gave you. Today we are going to use these words here because today we are going to talk about how to entertain customers' complaints. Now let's check the meaning of these words here. So in the previous lesson, I already gave you this word, return. Return means sauli, okay? Exchange is palitan. Refund is refund. We don't translate that in Filipino. Sold out is the same, sold out. Same with on sale. So we don't have Tagalog translation for that. And I listed 2 extra words here at the bottom. We did not have this in the previous lesson. So we are going to use these words today. Cheap is mura and expensive is mahal. You might have heard the expression mahal kita before. Well, it's the same word mahal, but when you say mahal kita, it doesn't mean expensive you or I expensive you, but it means I love you. So we also use mahal to mean love. Okay, let me read to you the conversation here and then later we are going to translate these into English sentences. As you can see, we have an M and a C having a conversation. M is the manager and then the C is the customer. Okay, so the manager said, "Good morning po." Customer said, "Hi, pwede ba palitan to? Sira kasi." Manager, "Sure. Kailan niyo po binili to?" Customer, "Kahapon lang. May resibo ako." Manager, "Okay. Pasensya na po. Sold out na pala to." Customer, "Ay, ibang brand na lang o kaya isauli ko na lang." Manager, "Ito po, pero mas mahal." Customer, "Walang mas mura?" Manager, "Sorry, wala po. I-refund na lang natin." Customer, "Okay." So let's have a quick review of the vocabulary words that I listed earlier so that we will have some kind of a slight understanding of what they are talking about. So the first one that I underlined is palitan. What is palitan again? To exchange, right? Palit, from the word palit. That's the root word, and then we added a suffix an, though it means to exchange. And then the second one is sold out. That's in English. Isauli. I think the word that I listed earlier is sauli only. So this one has a prefix I. So isauli. It indicates that it's an action. So to return something. And then mahal is expensive. Mura is cheap. And then refund is the same, refund. I hope I covered everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 words. I think that's what we had earlier. So let's start with the first sentence. So the manager said, "Good morning po." I think I don't have to translate this one. It's just a greeting. The manager is greeting the customer. So good morning, and then we added the po there because the manager wants to be polite to the customer. Okay, good morning po. The customer said hi. So see, hi is also a popular greeting in the Philippines. So the customer said hi. Pwede ba palitan to? Sira kasi. So the customer wants to do palit, to do an exchange. So the customer has a product She wants to exchange it. So she's asking, puede. Puede is can. Can I? She's the one talking, but there's no I there, no ako. In complete sentence, in formal conversation, you say, hi, pwede ko ba palitan to? Ko is ako. A short version of ako is ko. So, but this is understandable that the customer is the one doing the exchange. So we did not include the ko here, the ako. So she just said, hi, pwede ba? Ba is an indication of when you are asking something like, ganun ba? I think I discussed that in the previous lesson. So when you're asking, really, ganun ba? Or when you say, pwede ba? Pwede is can. Can I exchange this? To is from the word ito. The whole word is ito. Ito means this. But since this is conversational, you can remove the I. So you just say, to. Pwede ba palitan to? Or you can say, pwede ba palitan ito? Okay, this is just like a contraction of something. So, hi, pwede ba palitan to? Can I exchange this? Sira, kasi there are two words here. Sira is broken or destroyed or damaged. Sira. Kasi is because. So it's like saying broken because. In Filipino, we say sira kasi, or you can also say kasi sira because it's broken. They are interchangeable. Okay? Now, the manager said, sure. Kailan nyo po binili to? To again, so this. So they are talking about the item. So maybe this time the manager is already holding the item that the customer wanted to exchange to something. So sure, kailan? Kailan is also spelled as kailan. But kailan is the formal spelling of this word kailan. We already discussed this, the who, what, when, where, how, why. What is kailan? If you can still remember from the previous lesson, kailan is when. So the manager is asking, when did you buy this? Binile is from the word bile or buy. So the manager is asking, when did you buy this? Why did I say did? The word bile is in the past tense. So when did you buy this? Okay? And then the customer said, kahapon. Kahapon, I discussed this in the previous series. So time and date. Kahapon is yesterday. Kahapon lang. Lang is an expression when you say only or just. Only. Only yesterday. Kahapon lang. May resibo ako. Does this sound familiar to you? Resibo. What does the manager, the customer service agent, would always require whenever you return something or exchange something? Resibo. It's receipt. So, may resibo ako. May is I have or has. May resibo ako. I have a receipt. Okay? And then the manager said, okay. And then the manager checks. I don't have enough space to say that the manager just checked if the item is available. But then he said, okay, pasensya na po. Pasensya, the actual translation for the word pasensya is patience. Patience po. What does it mean? It's the same as sorry. Sorry po or pasensya na po. Or I'm asking for your patience. So, pasensya na po. I'm sorry. Sold out na pala to. It means this is already sold out. Pala is an expression when you are telling someone something that you did not know previously. So you say, oh, I didn't know. It's already sold out. Sold out na pala to. Ito again, this. This is already sold out. So I'm sorry. this is already sold out. And then the customer said, I is a favorite expression of the Filipinos. And when we, like, sometimes it is an expression of disappointment, or maybe before you have another idea, then you would always say, oh. It's like saying, oh. So, ibang brand na lang. Iba is other. Iba. No NG. So, this is the root word there. Iba. Ibang brand na lang. NG here is just a connector. So, other brand. Na lang. And then, lang. Here. And na lang. These are actually the same. So, just give me another brand. Or, I want just another brand. Okay? O kaya, or, actually this whole expression here is just or. O kaya, or o. You can also just use this, but not this one alone. They should go together. O kaya, or, isauli ko na lang. Sauli again is return, right? So, give me another brand, or just give me another brand, or I will just return it. Just again, na lang. I is ko, is ako. I will just return it. Either you give me another brand, or I will just return it. So the manager said, ito po. Pero, mas mahal. What is mahal? Expensive. So the manager is showing an item to the customer as a replacement for the one that is broken. So the manager is showing it. Ito po. Pero, what is pero? Pero is but. Here it is. But, mas mahal. Mahal is expensive. I discussed this in the previous series. When we use mas, it's the comparative degree of the adjective. So, mas mahal is actually more expensive. Mas is more expensive. This one, the manager is suggesting for an item, but it's more expensive than the original item. And then the customer said, walang mas mura. The customer is asking for something mura. What is mura? Cheap. And then she used mas again. So what's that? Cheaper. The customer is asking for an item that's cheaper. Wala means nothing. Nothing cheaper. So the manager said, sorry, wala po. Wala. So nothing. Sorry, nothing cheaper. I-refund na lang natin. What is the manager suggesting? Refund. Now, why did we add I here? This is one of the examples of words that we retain. We don't translate in Filipino, but we add a suffix or we add a prefix to make it sound like Filipino. I-refund. It is suggesting an action to do a refund. It's like this, sauli. It's just that this word, the return, is already translated in Filipino. But see, we also added the prefix I there, which we read as I. I-refund na lang natin. Na lang again, lang just. We will just do refund. Natin is us. Natin or we. We will just do refund. And then the customer agreed. She said, okay. I know that these are longer sentences and you don't really have to memorize this. You just need to get some of the words here that you can use. If you cannot remember the entire sentence when you want to talk to the customer, maybe you can pick some of the words here that are easy to remember, and then once you use that to your Filipino customer, they would be amazed already. Okay, so just like in previous lesson, I am going to create a conversation or a sentence, and then below you can choose the correct response to the sentence on top. And that's all for today. I hope you learned something. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. And don't forget to like this video. See you again next time. Bye!